Hello, good afternoon. Thank you for being here. So I'm just going to share a bit of one of the projects that I'm doing with an IE lecturer, Mercy. She cannot be here, but in spirit she's here. Oh no, that sounds bad, but okay. Um, I'm from Inspire, which is Institute of Pedagogical Science and Research Excellence. Um, our work mostly is to support teachers and students for their learning. So I'm gonna go into this presentation with that perspective. So to give you context of our project, many of you might know, or some of you don't know, about parent-teacher meeting. So it's PTM, mostly once or twice a year, and it's like 10 or 15 minutes face-to-face. So teachers will go to the parents to give the academic background of the child, their behaviors, and if any issues come up, and the parents will ask about the academic performance, learning habits, how my child is doing socially in schools, something like that, and whether there's like support strategies at home. They can also engage in parent-teacher conference, which is happen anytime at request. It's mostly an hour at school as well, and anyone can call this, whether teacher or parents, if any issue raised. And yeah, is face-to-face as well, or teleconference. But the problem is that I heard from the pre-service teacher is the conversation can be very complex, and there's not enough opportunity for them to practice. They feel unprepared for it, to deal with this parent-teacher meeting. So because the parent-teacher meeting is very like private, you cannot just like come in and, hey, I can see how you do it. So it cannot be like that, very limited. And we can do like a role play with an actor, so you become the parents and we do the conversation. That could work, but with many students, that not really scalable. So the lecturers come to us like, can we do something about this? So with AI, there's opportunity to solve these issues, because AI can give us opportunity to become the AI can be another person, another persona. So it's give a space for the students to practice and engage with different persona. So the AI can be angry parents, an anxious parent, or different kind of parents that the students can engage with. And it's also scalable compared to the real actors or any other traditional methods that we currently had. So, but does it work? So we have 3 research questions. We want to know the learning experience of using this AI role play. So we want to know what the student thinks, what they experience about it, and so forth. And we want to know whether it is effective, if it's effective, what kind of element works, so we can repeat about it. And if it doesn't work, which elements need to be improved. So user experience, what works, what didn't work. The study design that we have is, I'm gonna block it into 3. So we have the subject matter expert, which is Mercy from NIE. We have the developer inside from Inspire, and the students. So the subject matter will give us the case context and the parent background, because we don't know how exactly the parents actually is in real life, because we don't really engage with the parents. So this kind of information needs to come from the subject matter expert. And we need the evaluation rubric as well from the subject matter expert. From the developer side, what we can do is to create this app, so-called, that engage the students to speak naturally with the AI. So we combine what we already have outside there. We don't need to reinvent the wheel. So we use Google's text-to-speech, and then the brain is the GPT, and also GPT to talk back is Google text-to-speech as well. Okay. And we have 5 classes for this pilot. We have 5 classes, so in 125 students, and they engage with this app in pairs, 10 minutes only during class, and with their own laptop. So because the app is, you just kind of give the app to each pair of students, and they can just load into their own laptop and engage with the AI persona. And the survey for this data that I'm gonna show, it's survey-based, so, and it's voluntary, so it's not all 120 students gave back their feedback. So I'm gonna introduce a bit of the app. This is like the first edition, so it could be improved. There's a lot of like improvement, so I'm excited to hear like feedback. How can we improve this? So we have this like simple UI. First, the students just select the persona, whether they want to engage with anxious or angry parents. Then they start talk to that parent. And when they're done, just save preset and collect the feedback on the transcript of the conversation with the parent. So this is me trying to do it, but the AI didn't know I'm Dewi, so the AI said that I'm Miss Lim and talk about Ethan doing how Ethan's doing at school. And after that, this is like the first version of how the feedback looks like. So we gave the scenario background, like who is the parent, what kind of child this parent has, and the conversation summary, meaning what kind of topics you talk about during the conversation, what kind of parent personality you engage with, and the teaching scenarios that you suggest in that conversation. Or how do you talk to that parent's communication effective, and the evaluation, whether you talk first with like you introduce something and then talk strategy and closure, or some different pathway. So this is also shown in the feedback, summary feedback. And also, of course, the full transcript of the interaction. So result. So the student perception, we collect qualitative and quantitative. I'm going to show a very early analysis of the survey. For self-assessment, students rate themselves pretty good. They kind of agree that they're doing well with this app. But then usefulness is not so great compared to that self-assessment. And in terms of realism and the quality of the app and the interaction, show mix. So some say, oh yeah, really good, but some like, nope, it's not. So I'm gonna take a look deeper of what it is that works. In terms of self-assessment, they rate themselves, yes, I do interact with this AI parent with respect. So it is interesting because they kind of deal with this AI as if it with real person. They could have just like not treat the AI with respect, but they did. In terms of focus or structure, so in terms of talking with the AI, they feel like there's no structure in how the conversation goes. So that could be improved by more scaffolding and training of how to deal with the AI first before they actually interact with the persona. And closure, this is important because they don't feel like the conversation is going to end. Because, for example, you go with engaging with the AI parent that's angry, and this AI keep being angry with you no matter what you say. So this needs to be improved. Consistency, yes, the AI being consistently angry. for example. And pacing, they think is quite okay with it, but needs to be improved because there's like a lag of the turn taking. And in terms of the quality of the conversation, they feel that the AI gave the relevant response to what they expected it to be. So if you engage with this parent, they will talk as if they're actually a parent. But there's like a vagueness. Vague here means like they don't talk about specific issues in their child. So we could improve this by giving a more detailed prompt to shape up the persona. And the likeness, they can really tell that this is AI, not parents, so obviously it's very low. And most of the students, a previous teacher said, okay, this has potential, but of course need improvement. And we asked them to rate different mode of training out there. So most of them said, yeah, we actually still wants to do it with actors and real parents because of when you talk with in PTM, you want to see the body language and that gives more information. And also they want to interact with some animated avatar. They really, this aspect, there's not speech, so the face expression and someone to look at when you talk is very important for them. But also voice is quite okay, but because it feels like over the phone something. And not many rate text-based chatbot as good for this kind of context. So the learning experience, I'm trying to make a theme of what is interesting and useful for their learning. So I think they really want a real-time response from the AI. So that is very important for them. And the realism and interactivity. So even though they talk with this AI, they kind of feel like they really talk with the real parents because the pressure of talking with the angry AI felt real for them. So there's kind of like elements in there that interesting and need to be researched more. And of course, it's better than text-based approach. And also because this is not just like you imagining a conversation, you're actually having the conversation with the AI, so it gives opportunity for real time, real life practice. And we also, the last part of the study is to see what kind of things that we can improve the speech recognition. So some of the students said they talk like normally, but it doesn't pick up what I say. So it needs to be improved. And the realism still feels robotic for some, and the timing because of the lagging. And because we only have two now, parent type like anxious and angry, they want to have more opportunity to engage with different kind of parents. And accuracy as well. So need to be more crafted. Each AI persona need to be crafted so the way they talk back is more accurate and more real. And of course, additional feature, this is related to the speech recognition because some of students were like, I'm frustrated, I don't want to talk anymore. I wish there's like more opportunity to interact with it by text. So additional features are requested. So what have we learned? AI roleplay is useful. It has potential for this kind of context. And real-time response, no lag, is the second thing that we need to achieve. And also this realism. I didn't think that being a robotic sounded mattered that much, but it does in this context, and it felt less natural because of the lag. So need to be improved on that. Yeah, so again, the speech recognition, because this is, you want to train how to speak, so the app is need to be able to understand what you talk about. Okay, next step is to address the speech recognition. And also the strengthened realism, meaning that because of the students interact with this one persona, like angry persona or anxious persona, and I don't know how to address this, and the AI persona keep being angry all the time without closure. This is a real problem. So we need to craft so the AI can be angry at first and then calm after a while after you engage with the AI. And so they give you some closure of the conversation. And broaden scenario variety, meaning more persona. And add more features, because most of students say they need visual elements, an avatar, so we're gonna add that in the future. And of course, as you can see, no students kind of touch about the feedback, because the evaluation rubric was a bit missing in this study. So that is another important thing that I learned from other conversation of other speakers in this conference. So we're gonna add that in the next iteration. And that's all. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Dr. Dewi. We can have any question from the floor? Any questions? Okay, actually it's an interesting development. I hope one day you can design something, maybe slightly twist. You know, many colleagues here from NTU, we have lots of students doing internship, right? And we need to visit them. Today, many students are overseas doing internship. Actually, such a tool could be useful. If Avatar can represent me to meet up our students overseas in Italy, in France, something. Okay, any questions? Okay.
Thank you. Hi. I was just wondering, I think there is potential for this type of tool for, as you say, a beginning, novice teacher. However, I wonder, and I think that a program like this could also create the potential where, because you are practicing what to speak, you are not practicing how to listen. So what could happen is that when you hear a catchphrase, because you've had that practice, you then respond in a way that was already practiced prior, rather than to listen to exactly what the parent is saying, because every child, every parent will respond in a different way. So I think that there is that, you know, potential for a mechanism like this to create that kind of issue and concern as well. Yeah.
Thank you. So apart from speaking to it, I'm calling it now, to the AI persona, you gotta listen as well what the AI persona say, and so that you can respond back to it, right? So I'm not sure what you mean by having it more enhanced in listening part. Can you elaborate with that?
The speaking part, because you're practicing how to respond to the parent, because you fear what's to come, right? So when you practice the speaking part, you are, you know, the processing is about speaking. What do I say next? What do I say next? So you don't really listen to what is being said. So there is a sort of skill deterioration there. So I think that is something that needs to be addressed.
Yeah, you can see the real life example here. I have to listen to you carefully so I can get back to you with like a response for it. I'm not sure how we can evaluate though whether you listen to this AI correctly or not, but what we have right now is that from the transcript we can really see whether the person is actually responding well to what the other person is talking about, or you just like kind of rambling out of nowhere. So maybe with that approach, that could be another rubric that we can include. So totally agree with you that is a very important thing that we need to measure rather than just like a topic that you say. So thank you so much.
Yeah. For the avatar you used, how realness affect their acceptance of the avatar conversation?
So we don't have avatar right now.
Yeah.
So the question is?
Oh, you didn't put the avatar, like when they talk just based on text,
Yes.
there's no image of the avatar yet.
Yes, right now we just like put the text first and see how it goes, because we just developed it like a few months before,
Right.
And data just came in like last month. So just try, this is like proof of concept, whether this kind of system speaking to an AI works, and it kind of does. And the limitation of it is the visual avatar is needed for them to really engage with it. Because there's another argument was like the avatar gonna distract them.
Right.
But then, nope, they really need the avatar to actually engage with it.
I see, yeah.
Thanks for the question.
Thank you, yeah, thank you.